welcome to I Spy with my shamanic eye. Gabrielle here. Yeah. All right. So we will be doing a live reading, like a personal reading, eventually during this session. Once they arrive in the chat. Yeah, that's the plan. But anyway, so yeah, this is definitely not going to be a mini, more than likely. I'm just putting in information for those of you who like mini reads during the live. You can always use super cat. What is that? Super chat. Yeah, that. Don't mind me. Okay. But you can use Cash App as well. You can even use PayPal, but that information is available. It's the same, actually, Cash App or PayPal at Busy Bee Digital. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. So let's get some love, some joy, some celebration, grounded in the truth. All right. Archangels, you are on. Ooh. Sorry, I just jerked the camera. I apologize. There we go. Time for some action. Wait. We having my moment, y'all. Yo, we got a whole nor'easter. Like, I don't understand. Like, we're not supposed to get that sort of weather until like winter. Like, I'm really. All right. Yes. Let the message of love and joy spread like wildfire. Yes. All right. In the meantime, Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the Divine Collective? Thank you. New beginnings. New beginnings. Ooh. Somebody wants you put your cards on the table. No. Tell them no. Huh. What's wrong with them? Mind your business, street. Mind your business, street. Mind your business. So I'm like, really this? Yeah, somebody just wants you to put it all out. They want you to show your hand. Tell them no. Straight mind your business. Ooh. All right, Holy Spirit, let's go. Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Ooh. That is interesting. It really looks like somebody is trying to find you. Like they're searching for an energy signature. But I also see there's a period of instability coming in for some. But whatever it is, it has to do with the transits. Like today, the moon just moved into Aries. Right. Oh, that's some transits. Let's take a peek in a more digestible manner. So I gotta pull my whole calendar down. Okay, it says after the moon conjoins Neptune today until the void course moon on Saturday. This great opposition ends with the moon enclosed between benefics, that's what it says, during the last quarter moon, which favors completing tasks in record time. Okay. Yeah, okay. So this energy here, right? See this block? That's the time of the void, of course, right? No, no. Sorry, it's the opposition track. Don't mind me. But it all interplays with the moon shift and all these trines that it's hitting and sextiles. Oh, tomorrow look lively, but so does today. But most of the rapid pace transits that were happening were occurring earlier in the wee hours, depending on where you are. Hold on. I'm not making that reference. Okay. So for some, right, what I'm picking up on at about approximately 227 a.m., right? Eastern Standard. There was a square that was occurring, and I feel like it was some sort of weird, low vibrational attack. Um, yeah. I don't think it was successful. Yeah, somebody was trying to manifest something very dark and toxic, right? I'm really over these sorts of readings. I cannot stress this enough. Like, I'm being obedient. I'm ready for a shift in the energy. I'm really tired of picking up on toxic people. I'm trying to keep it as macro as humanly possible when it comes to the influence of these transits. But I'm also picking up that people have been doing things. You know what I mean? Like sneak dissing, sneak dissing. Yeah, like I said, they sent something, right? Some sort of spell work. They should be mad at themselves because they straight sacrificed sleep to do it, and it didn't work. It sure didn't. Anyway, see, look. Now, mind you, the focus this weekend again is for you. Hey, there you are. Is to sit down and plan out your future for the next 30 years. Like really come up with some goals, some strategies, because the influence we're closing out a 30-year cycle, but we're about to begin a 30-year cycle. And so plan 10th house energy Saturn, okay? So just get in gear, all right? So don't mess around and miss the opportunity of this transit to manifest the future that you really want. Work with the energy, not against it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay. Okay. Because I just got here. Even better. Because I don't care about these tacky ass people. I really, really don't. Like, they get on my nerves. I rebuke the devil and all your fucking minions, by the way. I see you. So I did my research. I read the articles, and I really feel like I have a gist of the complexity of the quandary. Oh, but I will say, for the one thing, you need to use Linux. You know, IT people use Linux to solve the issues that you are having. You understand? I don't mean to be that encrypted, but you need to use Linux. That's the most I can do. If I could think of anybody, okay, good, Linux. That's the ultimate. Whew. Okay. So y'all, part of the reading that we're getting ready to do this live reading is that oftentimes when I do these channelings, I pick up random, right? I pick up locations, events, etc., etc., etc. But they play out, and some of you are lovely, lovely, lovely when it comes to actually confirming the readings, and I love you infinitely for that, because y'all know I'll be like, I'm sitting over here where I'm at, and I'm like, oh my God. But anyway, so first we're going to look at whether or not a lady who was found deceased in Nigeria and Abuja, if I'm saying it correctly, I apologize if I'm not, was she harmed on the actual train and placed in that location? Something did start on the train for sure. It's the word desire jumps out of that. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Yeah. I feel like there was a physical assault, like the person I feel like is actually was younger than the female. Either I feel like twofold. There's a sexual issue here, and there's also something that was desired, whether cell phone money, something like that. There is the autopsy should be coming out very soon. There's a cover up here because I cut the deck. 7 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. So it makes me feel like the people who operate the train, the local authorities are very much aware that there is someone. I even feel like there could even be evidence with the Page of Pentacles, like maybe even the camera was on. You know, people like the stream and things like that, because it's up to her. It's up to the face. So it makes me feel like there's footage on a device about this attack, but it very much makes me feel like moved after an altercation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I feel like this is like a rape gone awry. Oh, fuck. What else do we need to know about this incident in Nigeria? I feel like they're going to find defensive wounds, like attacked from behind. This person Remember, you wanted to know whether or not this person was on the move. Yes. World, Page of Wands. They are absolutely on the move. So again, this is not a one and done situation. We're going to see in a moment if there's any connection, personal connection. Okay. I'm getting, because the suit changed. Here, this is an escalation of what happened in Nigeria, right? It started small, and then it's actually there's gonna be more, unfortunately. I feel like this person travels some sort of circuit, looking, very much looking for their next targets. But this looks very, it's funny because I got pages and I have knights, and then I have a page and I have a knight, and at the bottom of the deck I have another page. And so this is making me feel like these are very, it's making me feel like it's a group of what's going on in Nigeria of young men targeting even to a degree where this could even be like, look how the cards, the lovers and the knight of cups come out together, or on top of each other rather. This could be like I'm getting almost like a romance scam where they talk to people online. They're supposed to meet up, to link up, in motion, and this is a cautionary tale to this generation. But it's given more so a ring of scammers in that region who are doing this. And I do feel like, again, it starts out small, slow over time. There are other, I feel like there's at least 2 incidents, but they could very well be a year or two apart in particular. And then I'm getting like there's some sort of maturation in the aesthetic of the person or people doing this, because again, the jump from page to knight, and again page to knight, and I do feel like they elicit and they're bringing more people in to do this. But they are actively looking for targets. They look for people who look naive, who look like they're by themselves, and they watch, they wait, and then they pounce. It's funny you mentioned that, because there is an element. There's definitely an element of the things that they are. It's not just about the violation. Like I said, I feel like palms are being greased. Like the people, the authorities in that region absolutely understand what's going on, but there's the energy of turning a blind eye to, with the 6 of Pentacles that I saw, because everybody's eating from it. It's sick. Definitely a long con. They need to find those phones for the train situation. They really, really do. Okay. And what I'm also getting, there's the element of what's really the people who are actually pulling the strings, whoever these folks are talking to get get them to that location, it's not the real person. It's like they like downloaded somebody else's image that would be universally appealing with the Knight of Cups here, but really what the energy is behind it is the Page of Wands. And so there's the idea of um, again, universally appealing, or if they're targeting this individual, this is what they show, or it's more so that with the Nigeria thing. Hold on. Is there any level of brujeria in this? I'm not seeing that directly, but what I am seeing is that there should be someone who keeps replaying the events. Okay. So when I was reading the article, hold on. Yes, yes. So when I was reading the article on morbidity, right? The woman who came forward after the fact, after a few years, and was cussed out by the coroner, you know what I mean? Because that information could have been very, very helpful. That I feel as though the woman who came forward secondary, that was the moment it happened. And it's so funny. I'm looking at 79. I know the because the one was the older guy in his 40s, like 40s to 60s. Was a description. There was another description of a man in his 20s. It's not the man in his 20s. And I'm really getting a lot, like before they discontinued those services on those trains, those small compartments, what I am getting is that some of those compartments were used for working girls. But she was paralyzed. But she saw something more. It wasn't just the scream she heard. It wasn't just that she saw something. But this is the energy. I'm gonna mind my business and focus over here. Like there is this energy of render impotent. But I feel like there's a crime that took place in 79 that actually will tie this person. I know they said something about DNA. But back then they didn't have it. And I don't even think they was even thinking about collecting it yet. But there's definitely something. Hold on. All right, now let's look at you. Was the man who approached? Hold on. Wow. So what just came out? Look, Two of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. It's not the same, but the timing in terms of like weird transits, and we'll just say people who are susceptible. There's a pattern to it, though. Like every so often, this weird shit happens. You know what's funny? They never once look at upper class people for the crime. If you know what I mean. Like, they never thought about maybe it was a conductor or someone like that who actually was more so in a position of power. They were only looking at one type of individual who could have committed that crime. Every time I try to tap into your connection to this, I am redirected. And that is an interesting thing that is happening, by the way. Like, wait, why? I want a straight answer. Why are you stopping me? Oh, excuse me. Okay, was she being targeted on that train ride? Yes. You felt something, right? King of Swords came out. Girl, you really are lucky. But the man wasn't the same as this. That man that you encountered on the train was mentally disturbed. Some people, oh, I gotta drink some water real quick. Where did that come from? Ooh, indigestion. Water. Oh, right behind him. That person that you ran into on the train more so of a killjoy. Was it the same person that poked her? You remember how you were asking if there was some sort of ring? I don't believe they were working alone. Yeah, your instincts were spot on. Now I see that because I'm looking at the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. But there's a collaboration and partnership. One might not look quite as destitute or quite as poor as the other, but there's definitely a collaboration. This was not just one individual trying to do weird shit. There's at least three people here. And there could have even been one outside, like, let's just say the station, that would have like tried to trail you or something like that as you were moving about. They definitely case people. Three of Pentacles to the Five, that's 8 Pentacles. It's a scheme, it's a job. They definitely case people. No, because you didn't respond the way he was anticipating you to respond. I saw the Queen of Pentacles to the Five of Wands. You were combative. You ignored them. You know what I mean? Like you weren't playing the game very well. And so not a good target. Didn't drop your guard. Yeah. But there was some sort of inspired action. Like they was definitely going to try you. However you interacted in real time changed the whole trajectory. It made them think twice about engaging you because you didn't take the bait. You didn't take the friendly cordialness, none of that. So good job. Because there's definitely was some sort of like plan, sort of like circle, like around, like they was gonna surround you, but you did not take the bait. Good job. Sometimes being unfriendly will save your fucking life. Yeah, look. As I say that, there's the Queen of Pentacles. I said I saw, right? Because you were traveling alone, Nine of Pentacles, but your guard was up. And so here they are thinking you was gonna, be all la di la di da, and da 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 da. Right. Two of Cups. Didn't. You did not play the game. So the trap didn't work. The robbery didn't work. The Seven of Swords to the Eight of Wands, it did not work. Had you given out any real information, any way of tracking you, any of that shit, whole different ball game. Whole different ball game. They're very accomplished at this sort of the setup, by the way. Hey, I'm about to say, buddy, like I don't do that over there. You did not fall for it. Huh. Good job. Yeah, your spidey senses went off. I just saw the Ace of Wands. Yes, they did. You was like, oh, not the day, Satan. Your day was definitely coming for you. Hold on. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Like, because they was coming. Wow. Yeah, I guess on that day, like I'm sure every day you walk out the house feeling good, looking good, smelling good, but boy, it was something about you and the way you was carrying yourself that had them like 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, like, yeah, huh? Dirty. There's the devil. I think they were addicts. You know what I mean? But the fact that like sometimes the best thing you can do is just be fucking content, ladies and gentlemen. Like, don't be attention seeking, because attention seeking is how you get twisted and turned up and, on somebody's missing reports. Did I miss anything? I will say the authorities really do want to catch this guy, or these people rather. I know, but you know what? I don't go for boring and normal. I go for fucking eccentric. Like, I'll absolutely eccentric. Like, I will talk to myself in public. I do shit to make people stay away from me. Not to mention, I wear very offensive t-shirts. Like, not even funny. Like, I think they're funny, but the majority of mankind doesn't have my sense of humor. So it's not funny to you. You're going to be triggered. And so that combination and the fact that I walk like I run, very offensive t-shirts. I go for I duck. Might be like you may not want to. You might nah nah nah. Like I've had weirdos lunge at me in public before, like real like homeless people, and I've literally just stood there and laughed at them like what? Like you can't be serious right now. Like I don't react the way the average person does in situations. I just don't. I love it though. It's so funny. It's all right. I'll just be like, oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let me take these real quick. Hold on. Witchy. Oh, there was something about the Ivory Coast, wasn't there? I know that was a different communication, but that bothers me. The Ivory Coast thing is more the cauldron energy. Exactly. Exactly. Because I'm really cute, right? I'm really attractive. And so the goal is not to bring people towards you when everybody's just really superficial and they're not really trying to approach you for your betterment, right? And so I can admit, yes, I'm attractive. My parents broke the fucking mold. They did. Thank you. That being said, right, right. So when you know that, you gotta get creative to keep your peace. So I go for the odd duck. I talk to birds, like I do all. It's my natural self. I just don't try to curtail it. I don't feel the need. What you see is what you get. Yes, you do. That's why I was like, did I miss anything? Okay. I like when the Nine of Swords comes out reverse. Releasing worry, hope, reaching out, secrets. Oh my gosh, where did that come from? Oh. Okay, yeah, we could do that. Absolutely. Hold on 1 second. Ooh, ooh, my bad. Sorry about that, folks. You know, you just gotta. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Let's figure out where they are. I'm the map. I'm the like. I love it. Okay, I listen. I cleaned off my pendulums. I was like, ooh, let's reset the energy. Okay, Holy Spirit. Okay, show me. Where's the location of the man? The twin. The evil twin at this point. I don't want to give out too much information. Ooh. Where is the Holy Spirit? Where is he? Is he still? Is he out? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? No one can hide from you. Might be in Liberia at the moment. Let me verify. Holy Spirit, are you saying this man has shifted into Liberia? Man that we seek, the country you just circled. Is that Liberia you are pointing to, Holy Spirit? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I seek the truth in all things. You cannot be deceived, Holy Spirit. Is this man in Liberia? Thank you, Holy Spirit. You cannot be deceived. No. Okay. Is he in Sierra Leone, neighboring country? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Ivory Coast. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You cannot be deceived. Is the man that we seek, is he located in the Ivory Coast at this current time? Maybe it doesn't work for me. So, is he on an island off the coast that belongs to the Ivory Coast? Confirming this man is on a. Let me see something. Hold on. Yes, I type like I'm going to break my keyboard, but I'm not. Okay. So they don't have any. Okay. Ha! Stop that. That's too far to the north. I don't believe that. Equatorial Guinea. I've gotten maybes for Too Strong Thing. Right. You know what? That's a good one. I'm sorry. I'm off on my own damn research. Like, wait a minute. Is this man even alive anymore, Holy Spirit? Is the man alive, Holy Spirit? I feel like you're moving too much for that. Like, I had a feeling. Like, that's not the answer. I'm sorry if y'all hear my stomach. Um, Holy Spirit. I see a form of, okay. There's a cloak here, and I need you to remove it. Not you. Holy Spirit, please remove this shield, this cloak, this interference that is present. Is this man, is he still alive? Because that is not the right move. Is he alive, Holy Spirit? Okay. No. I feel like his own family is still waiting on his return. That's a no. He's no. Yeah, his energy is moving. That's confirming what you were just saying, picking up on his energy. Okay. Wow. It's like they're waiting on his energy to cross over. Oh shit. Whatever caused his death, by the way, look at this. Dark worker, there's a devil, there's the four swords, right? Yeah. Tower, ace of swords. Hey, bro. I don't think it caught him off guard, though. There's an energy of expectation that this would be the result. To be not being funny, but I really feel like that man's ashes, because I'm getting cremation. His ashes will be on a high priestess's altar. That's some weird shit. Hangman. Look, Knight of Wands, Six of Swords. There's the lovers. There's the twins themselves. Wow. Exactly. I'm gonna pull cards for that, but that's a yes. From what we were talking about via email, not what I know what you picked up on during the channeling, but because I didn't go back through and watch the video, this is yes. Told you, mysterious circumstance. Whatever they were planning wasn't going to be the right choice. They were going to meet their demise and be stuck with the work. You know, sweetie, in a lot of ways, some of these attacks that you endure are just ascension crumbs. You know what I mean? Like they're power pellets, strengthening your own innate abilities, your own intuition and gifts. But the other one's scared. I will tell you that. That's wild. The answer to the question is the Scorpio male is just simply a yes. But there's a connection between those three, the twins and the Scorpio. Because I feel it's so funny. Like, I don't normally see it that way, but it looks as though the Scorpio is more so, like, we'll just say mastermind ringleader. Yeah. And then these two were under them. Like, the twins were taking their directive and instructions from that person above them. The female, where's she at? That's an Aries. I don't know about a male Aries in this circumstance. I'm water sign male, twins, female fire. That's the one who's going to have old boy ashes sitting on her altar. Okay, on the right trail. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, okay. Bear with me. Fire sign female is connected to the twins directly. I don't know how the Scorpio male fits into this at this moment. Besides, like, there's a hierarchy to it. Almost, I'm getting like an in-law, like a sister-in-law or something like that. That's outside of it, but directly connected. But I will say, quiet as it's kept, whoever, oh, girl, you gotta, hold on. This, the Aries is the one who pulls the strings in a spiritual capacity. They're the ones that go to the crossroads, that does the summoning, that they do that sort of work. They have a lot of spiritual power, is what I'm looking at here. But they're normally shielded. I'm getting like a hedge, a shield, something. Maybe that's why I couldn't even get that guy's energy clearly like that, because there is some sort of like a barrier, cloak. Yeah, I'm getting like they work together. Yeah, as I say, the Eight of Pentacles comes out. You know, I really feel like their goal is going to be able to is capturing that other twin too. I don't understand this sort of magic. I really don't, and I don't want to. I don't, but it feels really strange. Like there's something like they want both of them. I'm looking at these two urns. Like that shit's weird to me. Like the one that left, so to speak, that transitioned, right? They're okay. Their energy's okay, but not. What are you gonna say? There's a good twin and a bad twin, but there's more. There's more so like a powerful one, and then not so much. They need both. Well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all because that feel yeah, because they want to make yeah. That's why I'm like you gotta be careful like dealing with any of this shit because I don't feel like you're ever safe. I don't. I don't feel like you're ever safe. Yeah, because I really feel like they be searching for these one of a kind, sort of, unique. Damn. Hold on. Like I've gotten way off the beaten path. Hold on. What is your guidance for her in this situation? How she should proceed dealing with these individuals. Okay. So I will say a lot of what I feel like Spirit is doing with you with the rabbit hole, you know, is that they want you to keep following these instincts, these the, the energetic guidance, this curiosity that you have for these sorts of things in solving. I feel like this is the emergence again of a different type of talent. Like you're a natural detective, like a natural spiritual detective in your own right. It's budding. See, Eight of Wands, Page of Cups, and then there's my light worker card. I really do feel like there's a passing of the torch happening. That's so cool. Um, it's more so the Abatala with the healer and the interest in psychology and that. Oshun's energy is what we'll just say is the attractant. It's the honey. It's the temptation. Yeah, because you're going to need to be able to like flow between them. Oh yeah. Because the type of work that, oh man, I really, they're gonna make you a spiritual detective. That shit's cool. Because it requires emotional balance, clear communication, and so being empathetic, all of those things. Not to mention, Oshun is river energy, right? And so rivers can be calm, they could be narrow, they could be broad, wide, they could be deep, like, and so yeah. But you know how sometimes we find ourselves investigating things and it, as they say, brick by brick, things are built, brick by brick. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, it's very necessary, this combination of energies, because there's the healing, the love that there. I already said empathy. What is the other? Diplomacy, emotional balance. They're actually honing, and your empathy is a rough thing. Everybody always talks about the highs of it. Being an empath, you pick up much more lower vibrational energies initially than you don't, you know, and so there's a natural transmutation that happens. But there's definitely two distinct. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know which one of them deals with the underworld off. Oh, never mind. The trickster. Interesting. I keep telling them, yo, we could talk like for real. I know y'all be watching. Like, give me the incentive. Like, where's my offer? Like, gosh darn it, the kid's been ready. Hmm. Help me hone these skills even more. I will say I was doing a lot more. I was doing missing persons cases. Like I would go to like the missing website, but it got so emotionally deep. like so deep. Like I was sitting at my desk shaking and sobbing, and oh my god, the rabbit hole is really intense. And the closest I got to, it's more so the remains of someone. I was speaking to someone who was from that region and about the case, the one I was looking at that particular time, and we were chatting and chatting and chatting, and then they got the spiritual goosebumps full body because they knew what I was talking about. And so yeah, yeah, and I don't want to be tied to nothing, and so you can't go like, hey, hey, I'm a psychic, and yeah, I got some information about a cold case. What? You like two things will happen, and I'm not trying to. So I'm just gonna be patient and wait for the offer to come. mm-mm. It's funny you say that, right? Because there is a part of me that feels like there. I don't know when, but I don't know. That is a thought. I will say that politics, you know, law, all of that, because judges are elected. You don't have to have a background in the legal profession to be a judge. It helps, but it's not required, at least in this country. Yeah, even like I really feel like you're gonna have like a branch off though, like a liaison, like because you're so curious about it. I find psychology like incredibly fascinating, so I'm right there with you, sis. I got let's just say my medical library is pretty intense. I was reading up on the psychological ramifications of drug use. Child, I got a 3-part volume. Let's just say it's helping me in my comprehension of the things going on in the media. Yeah, I was just like, I got one on clinical psychology and the law. Oh my God, it's crazy. Yeah. But they're helping you work on following those. I'm just gonna say animal instincts. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups. Right. Really helping you focus and fine tune, and when they're communicating with you energetically to follow that. You're doing amazing, by the way. It takes quite a bit of courage and gumption to embark on it. That's dope. That really is dope. There's an element of you doing this in different timelines. You know that, right? Okay. 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 Yeah, but I feel like there's two. Oh, you know what? That's so funny. I just took that deck out. Hold on. I want to see if there are any other Orishas hanging around you. Are there any other Orishas hanging around? Ooh, woo! Hold on. Is that my boy Shango? Hold on. I'm still learning this deck, so I have to refer to the material real quick. Y'all gotta forgive me. I got a bunch of decks. And I'd be lying if I said I had everything memorized. So we're not gonna do that. Judgment came out. Oh, wait. Who's on the judgment card? It is Shango. Ooh, you got a mighty protector. Ooh, that's my boo thing. It makes sense though. If Oshun around, he around. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm so excited. got a straight up protector. Yeah, because look, King of Cups come out. Because look, if his girl, see he holding that cup, if his girl say, then he right there with it. That is so, so funny. Oh. Oh. So there's a couple different ways you could spell them. Hold on. You can spell it this way. You can spell it that way. Hold on. Just depends on how deep your Yoruba is. Oh yeah, hold on. You can do it that way. Or this way. There you go. Those are the three ways his name appears. Okay. Holy shit. Holy shit. Boy, yeah, that's a man. He liked to communicate through thunder and lightning. Okay. Oh, you very welcome. Like I'm so excited because that's a motherfucker. Like, So, oh my gosh. Yes, those are the other two. But I'm gonna be real. This is a default. He's there because Oshun's with you. That's so funny. That is so funny. That is so funny. So, you need to burn an orange candle, okay? It don't have to be nothing crazy. You could just do a little birthday candle or something like that. Yeah, just say thank you, cause don't yeah, he there cause this girl with you. That's so funny. That's so funny, so funny, so funny. Wow. Orange. Orange. His colors are red and white. So if you find yourself wearing more red and white, that'll be a telltale sign. Of course, Oshun is yellow, gold, honey, or gold colors. Obatala, of course, is white, pure white all the time. But I feel like, yeah, acknowledge his presence because he on duty, and it's just so funny how both of them look here, but he's sitting on his throne. See like it's because of that. Like she's like, okay, you're worthy. You need protection, and he right there with the lightning bolts. Like he throwing them down. Beautiful. But his colors in particular are red and white. Matter of fact, I'm gonna oh my god, girl. Okay, I see what they doing here. I see what they doing here. His his tool, his weapon of choice is the axe. Okay? His tool. So, like I said, I make stuff, and this is one of the things that I've been making recently. I can't always wear bracelets, right? No one can, or I can't always wear necklaces. So I was inspired to make Ilike's anklets. Okay. And this is the one that I created for Shango. And so I think that's amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, um, green and black are Ogun, if I'm not mistaken. Please forgive me if I'm misremembering. But yeah, when you really start to rapidly ascend, in my personal experience, and no, by no means is this law, just my own experiences. um, you get all of these entities and beings behind you in terms of protection. Like they have to defend you because of the spiritual work that you're doing. You know what I mean? Like it comes with the territory of being chosen, of being selected by the divine. That no matter what pantheon, if you want to call it that, of spiritual beings, they show up and show out. I have worked with Hindu deities. I've worked with all sorts of shit. Like it's crazy at this point how they show up, how they talk to you, how they communicate with you. From Buddhists to the it don't matter. I've even had Ifas from the voodoo and Voodoo pantheon show up. Like it's not a joke. And so it just depends on whether or not you are in the underworld at that point of your spiritual journey, or if you were in the middle or the upper world. Like it just depends on where you are in your journey, on what beings you encounter. Now, I spent a lot of time down low. I'm just telling you now. I got some very hedonistic spiritual friends. I love them, and they love me. And so never shun the shadow, never shun the darkness, because ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay, we learn. We ain't say invoke. They're there. That is so freaking cool. Oh, all right. Just because I'm curious, I just want to see. Is there anything? Okay. So there will be one more, but they're not telling me just yet who. I don't think they on good terms. Wait a minute. Oh, that makes me feel like it's the old trickster. Hold on. That's how I feel about my saint. I'm right there with you. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Thank you. Okay. So this might make sense because you do quite a bit of traveling. Because I'm like, there's a fourth one, but I don't think he's very well known, if you will, at least to people like myself who learn by, proximity. I'm just going to write it in and then hold on. Okay. Did they just tell me I exceeded? Okay, hold on. So why can't you just hold on? I'm sorry. They part one. Okay, so that was part one. Here's part two. Okay, I'm like, wait. I'm like, I'm not familiar with that one. With the lizard there, I do feel like there's a level of adaptability and blending in and out. And so I really feel like you're going to be experiencing many, many more of them coming towards you. I would familiarize. Okay, good. Just to give you a, but mostly you won't even have to use the books, I promise. Because they're gonna come to you and they're gonna show you and make their presence very known. Don't be surprised. Like this mm-hmm. He has a very sexual energy, by the way. Shango, he does. He does. And so if you find people being more provocative with you and things of that nature, it really is his energy hanging around. If there's a man near you who has let's just say amorous vibes, okay, it'll be apparent. It'll be apparent. He doesn't allow for the male machismo to go to waste. Not aggressive in that capacity, but very much a man's man type energy, okay? From my experiences when I've interacted, and anyway, it's special. It's very special. I'm happy to be of help to you. Wow. This is in your destiny, by the way. I just wanted to make sure the will didn't have an Orisha or entity associated with it. No, this is just part of your process. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Okay, good. I look forward to your feedback. All right. Did it just crack? No. Okay. Let me just. Wait. Okay. All right. I know we've been on here for a minute. That's okay. We love this ish, okay? We do, we do, we do. I don't even know. Yeah. And if you're going to work with any of those orishas, just one small thing, do your research on offerings. If you're going to go that route, really do your research, okay? I don't think it's necessary per se because you're not, nor am I, okay? An initiate of those practices. These beings come, they crown, they do they work, they're assigned duties, and then they move about, okay? And so if you want to really do your research, but it is not required whatsoever. Exactly. Exactly. The devil is, wait, why are you tiptoeing around? Where you at? Seeing that shit. Archangel Michael. That's why I be like, baby, I need you on deck. Oh. Okay, so y'all, real quick. Um, I know a lot of times we call on angelic forces, right? Because why not? Why not, right? Um, but if you knew what was protecting you right now, and this agreement that these forces have, because they've been instructed to by like the divine, like ride or die. Like each one of the horses on the chariot, one is an angel, one is a demon. They like, where we going, boss? Where we going? And so it's just so funny because I saw temperance, I saw the devil, and then I saw the two of cups, and then there's the six of pentacles. And so I'm like, okay. As I talk about the chariot, look, they fight your battles, okay? You're not fighting your own battles anymore. You are not. You are not. Your soul family, your soul tribe is literally fighting these battles. Like, quite literally. Yeah, I told you because our daddy said so. Look, so because this new order has come down from, wow. So what I heard in my head was Eldamari, right? Now, in Yoruba traditions, from my comprehension, that is the supreme being, right? That is their reference. How we say God, they say that. And so correct me if I'm wrong, people. I'm no authority on it. And so here's how this works. Because it has come down from the top, for those of you who are of that Eldamari, right? You have been issued a protector, right? Knight of Pentacles. You have earned this shit. It is serious. And so we're not talking about low level, right? Because you have achieved this tier where you have earned this level of protection, Knight of Pentacles, right? So everywhere you go, right? Ever since you cleared that karma, right? Piscean energy, 12th house energy. There's the number 8, right? 8. Ever since you walked away, you cleared that shit. You let it go. You isolated. Said, you know what? They ain't got nothing to do with me. And you let it go. Right. Now, you got this. You got masculine, feminine principle energy at all times rocking with you. Now, anybody... Do I want to go into that? Y'all do know in your Yoruba tradition, there are the twins, right? There are Orishas. They are called the twins. Okay? And they are sacred. Twins are very sacred. And I'm talking to somebody who embodies their essence. And the twins in particular were the most protected. Like all the Orishas was like, what you doing? Don't mess with them. I will come fuck you up. Leave the babies alone. Very protected. For my understanding of the mythos of it all. Okay? This is dope. Somebody really is a chosen vessel to house this energy. That is really, really neat. It's above my pay grade. I don't know how it's possible. I don't, but it is what it is. So you got beings fighting your battles. That's all I got. Straight up. They hold you down. And it's so funny because like there are people in your everyday environment that are actually showing up, embodying these energies. Like almost trying to show you, like giving you subtle little, they're giving me, you know how when you have like a reflector or an old CD and you you move it around and you get this like prism, or you get a reflection and you can like use it as a signal device. They are doing everything they can to signal you with what's around you and all these things to let you know where you at. Yeah, that you have leveled up big time. And your spiritual protection has leveled up with it big time. Like these spirits, everywhere you go. And I feel like for those who have eyes to see, you are a fucking anomaly. Like they have no idea like how it's possible for you and your little self, right? Because I'm not talking to a giant. I'm talking to somebody head down, work for God, mind their business, drink their water. You know what I mean? They're not out here doing willy-nilly shit. But for those who have eyes to see, they see these people, they see this presence, these beings around you. And they see them almost like jumping in and out. It is pretty fucking astounding. And it's so funny because these people will never tell you what it is they see, but instead will do everything they can to try to harm you because they recognize the energy that you're housing. That shit's crazy. It makes them people sick. It really do. But if they just, did their little spiritual work and healed, and they too might get a visitation or three. Ah, see how they plant seeds for a later day? Yeah, like you. Whew. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But it's so funny. For those, like, again, this is very much belief practice based. And so if your belief and your practice is primarily that of, angels, and that is what your perception is. So what you see, what people feel are these high vibrational beings. That's all this comes down to. You can call them what you want, but they feel it. They can sense it. Thank you. Wow. I'm sorry. That was thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh man, sorry, that was a personal message they just posted. Oh, yo, can I be honest? I used to hate Sailor Moon because I was tormented with it, but not now that when I watch it, I'm like, oh, it wasn't that bad, but But I will say, like some people are Star Wars people, and then some people are Star Trek people, right? To just be on that same little parallel. I was never a Star Wars person, right? I was very much Star Trek. By the time I actually sat down and watched Star Wars, like all of them, I was like, I'm living this shit. I don't need to watch it. This is the journey. The force, the light, the dark, the good, the bad. Right. And then we get to the spaceships. I'm like, I just wanted to get to the spaceships. Hence Star Trek, right? Same shit, different approach. I prefer the Vulcan, the higher mind. Move the emotions aside. Let's get to the real nuts and bolts of it all, right? So there's that. We all have ways of reflecting, right? I'm glad that those memories from your childhood are coming up because, oh, my nose is itching. Like I said, they plant seeds. It takes as long as it takes. It truly does. And when they're ready to blossom, that's what it is. It grows. All right, time is jumping. Can I just say I am grateful, and I'm just grateful because I was like praying before I turned the camera on because of the weather conditions. I'm gonna have to translate that. Like moonshine. Oh, okay. So okay. That this went smoothly, the broadcast. There was no glitches or anything with the connections. But I'm like, hey, we are in Gemini season, right? The season of communication. So, oh, okay. Because I'm like, yeah, I don't recognize flying. Wow. That makes so much sense. Because, like, when I tell you my teenage associates would heckle me so bad. I just couldn't stand that. But I was never an anime person, and so that was the beginning years. Right. It was just too much saturation. They threw me a sweet 16, if you will, party that was Sailor Moon themed just to torment me. I appreciate their commitment to the hazing of it all. Like truly. Like good message and all of that, but it was just like I couldn't because I was already out there being that. Never underestimate the power of a kind heart. It was so cheesy, but in the best way. What do you call that? But see, we had like Megatron, or no, Mega Man, and like Rainbow Bright, and My Little Pony. Like we were getting all of that stuff, just in a different phrase, a different timeline. You know what I mean? We weren't quite used to skimpily clad cartoon characters walking over like what? No. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me stop. Any closing messages? Yes. Okay. King of Cups. Ten of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. Oh. Seven of Swords. I feel like it's obvious. Okay. Ace of Swords, King of Cups, Ten of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords came out over here on the creep, right? And so I feel like it's obvious that you love what you do, that you pour a lot into it, that it comes from a pure divine place, that it's a gift, and that you put a lot of time, effort, and energy into the development of this craft, of this skill set. And even though people may try to lie, right, Seven of Swords, talk shit, try to take what's not there, all the weirdo shit, group of them, it overwhelmingly shows, right? And for every person that tries to trick you out your spot, you know what I mean? It's overwhelming that this is a true calling, a true passion, and that those who truly like support you, believe in you, opportunities will abound, is what I'm getting. Right. See? People really do fear your spiritual strength, and so they try to lie, okay, about it. Hold on. That's true. I agree to that. I totally agree to that. It's funny enough, like the last, like, I don't know, how many days ago, like I was watching old cartoons, like the real Looney Tunes from back in the day. Oh, I know you are. Like, girl, you love you some Gab. I know that. And I appreciate you. I love you too. Huh. Truly. I fucks with anybody who fucks with me. And I mean that. Like, you love me, I love you. You rock with me, I rock with you. There's no reason not to. You know what I mean? Hmm. Yeah, man. I feel like the main culprit in this circumstance here, there always seems to be a Leo now and again that likes to pop up as a hidden enemy type shit. Moon to the strength card, right? It is what it is. They would never say this shit to your face though. There's somebody who'd be like, "Oh no, we're good." Yeah, okay. You would lay that bitch to rest. Ha! Metaphorically speaking. I also see that there will be some truth coming out about a family dynamic. There were some lies told, like straight up. And like the math didn't math. And so the truth is finally coming to light about all of this, whatever that may be. I don't know if you were working for somebody's family, but I don't think the way it was expressed was truthful. Whatever you did out of love. It wasn't out of anything more. Because you view people as, it really, with the cups energy, it's reciprocal. Like one hand washes another. Like it's just camaraderie, compassion, love. It's not about what you can gain. Whatever somebody did and whatever someone has, they earned it. Eight of Pentacles. They didn't get it through, moonlighting. Just because somebody doesn't brag, I feel like somebody really sold some wolf tickets. I feel like some old skeletons is really about to come about the closet about the lies told about you from this person. Big time. And it will happen in this season. Because the twins, Gemini's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Like the idea of somebody calling you lazy is just the craziest shit I've ever seen. Because that's what this is kind of amounting to when I look back and forth between this Four Swords and the Death card, right? They tried to say you weren't ambitious, that you were lazy, that you didn't have high standards, that you weren't moving towards your goals. And no, somebody's a big picture thinker. And just because they put their head down and focus on what it is they're trying to grow, build, and accomplish does not mean they sit in some fucking where it's on their hands. Somebody's just mad because you're smarter than them, and that's just what it is. You could be double air, but you don't have to be. You think fast, and this person can't keep up. All they could do is lie and scheme. Look, I said you think fast, right? So we go from the Knight of Swords to the King of Swords. What I say? Started with the Ace of Swords. They're no. Like this motherfucker really tried to say you was lazy. Ugh. But they the one, sitting around not doing anything with their life. I feel like you called this person out on a treachery. Somebody knows that this person is off. The Leo is something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. If you not that Leo, please, baby, don't get offended, okay? Y'all know y'all amazing signs, okay? So stop that. But there's something wrong with this one in particular. It's more than just jealousy. Something insane in the membrane. I think they also, play around with the dark arts, And if they do, it makes me feel like they children got different types of issues. Could be the results of consumption. Like they drink a lot. It's giving me fetal alcohol syndrome. It showed me karma, the Wheel of Fortune, whatever. But there will be a conversation, a clearing of the air. But who's it coming from? Oh. It could be coming from the horse's mouth itself. This apology is long overdue. I don't think you want it, but it is long overdue. This person wants to get back on they want a fresh start with you. They want to put the bygones, the treachery, the betrayal, water under the bridge. They want you to just ignore the fact that they are a liar, a con, a Decepticon. They want you to ignore all the ways in which they try to stop you. The shut up spell that's jumping out of this is crazy to me. Not to mention, the little switcheroo energy. Here, you take my cup of bullshit and I take your cup of good shit. No. You stay over there with that. They want your peaceful life, right? But they want everything at the same time to come to an end for you, but they want your peaceful life. Make it make sense. Yeah, cray. This person, she won't be you. She won't be you. The Leo want to be you. Yes, they do. They want to be you. Energy don't lie. This person did some sort of glamour. As they say, imitation is the finest form of flattery. Oh my gosh. What? Like, yeah, I'm going to show up in the world like, no, impossible. Yeah. Whatever they got from that type of glamour, that type of spell work, it got much more than they bargained for. I just saw the Ten of Wands. It did not. It did not. Somebody did something without thinking it through. Ooh. Now they regret because they know you know. Yeah. I'm telling you, they want to work this out. They want to be friends again. The strength of y'all together. We're stronger together. Two minds. Let's put these minds together. Let's work this out. Come on, friend. Let's be friends again. You know, we're family. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. You're two-faced. That's what this is. It's like that's what that is. Like, no, this person does not want to put hard work in. They don't want to put effort in. So if you're not lazy, and then here comes a lazy person, and they want to be a part of your party will never happen if you let the lazy person in. They really thought what they did was going to affect you, that it was going to topple you, that it, strength is here. Strength is here. That means you're shielded from all of that. Yeah, that person went through a serious tower. Their health is they could be like really critical right now. Yeah, look, Queen of Cups came out. I'm talking about all of that. Then it's like compassion, nurturing, support, healing, caring. Yeah, somebody could really be under like watch, like touch and go. Yo, like for real, somebody could really be expecting this individual to transition. Maybe that's why the energy of amends is so heavy. But really, this sneaky shit over here, that Seven of Swords that's over in the cut, that's the reason for this. No, baby, ain't no sorry. Ain't no sorry. These are the results. This is the expectation of your actions. They had no idea, but why would they? People gotta do their spiritual Carfax. Okay, what else? Nothing. Okay, good. You know, whatever defense, energetic defense mechanisms you have, like strategies, practices, whatever you want to call it, keep them up. But I feel like this person was told, this Leo in particular, Seven of Wands, was told to stop. That you didn't want the smoke, you didn't want the attention. The divine was going to come for you. Okay. And now it's here. Good news is this is just karma. This is even like the backfire of the binding shit. This is just the karma finding you. Page of Wands, you know, justice. They just out there. Do. Spinning the block. Like, oh, is that Cheryl? Oh, back up. Cheryl. Right. It's like that. That's how karma works. This ain't got nothing to do with you, not directly. Okay. Hold on. So, told to stop. But they will only be causing delays for themselves. But jealousy is real. They wanted a war, right? They wanted a war. And you were ready for them. Your spirit team was ready for them. Whoa. Yeah, I mean that. You was ready. I feel like like you was like, hey, look, you did something real cute. You was like, oh, please don't let this Empress energy fool you. Guess you don't know. See how I say spicy, and it's like I'm not a hot mess. I'm a spicy disaster. That's that tower energy. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. You say, hey, friend. I don't know if you really want to do what you thinking about doing because you know your energy telling me you want some dark shit that you up to no good. What a shame. Because I feel like they paid a pretty penny to get some, you know, some death magic sent towards you. You still here? Your karmic scales must be balanced. Anyway. Any other messages before we go? Spirit wants some of you to find ways of being more charitable. Like maybe you need to look for volunteer work somewhere. Charity. Yeah, like shelters, hospitals, volunteer work. Yeah. But I'm seeing this also. Spirit gonna make sure you whole and that you right. And I already got 6 and 9, and so that makes me feel like the 3-6-9 method of manifestation. Yeah. Interesting. You know, it's more than just time. It's more than just money. It's energy. You know, we offer energetic exchanges with people. You know, it's not always about you coming out your pocket or anything like that. Oftentimes it could be about that insight, that beautiful word you gave that person, the inspiration, the motivation, whatever it is, the energy. You could walk into a space and bring life to an environment. You know what I mean? Like, and so there needs to be something, the energy, everything needs to be balanced out. They want you to look. See? Of some way of getting more into exchange. I'm trying to keep it high vibe because I'm like, I don't know. I don't think spirit telling you to get laid. Hold on. But there's something about momentum and opening the floodgates of prosperity. And so you can't be stingy. And I'm not saying you are, but there is something about the energy and the exchange of energy. Again, we got pentacles here. Yeah, okay, you give, you do, you do. But again, swords, right? Wands. How you think, how you move, how you're directing yourself, like how you're spreading this beautiful healing energy. You take that spirit of calm, that spirit of peace, of prosperity with you. It's a global thing, it's momentum. They want you to remember how things were and how the position you were in before this pessimistic ass energy came in. We go from a 9 of cups, 5 of cups, 6 of cups. See what I mean? You got to figure out something went, and it's actually because we'll say associations. You had some sort of exchange with a person and it tanked. You. You got to find that zest for life again. Take this inspired action. Get a move on. But I love this, right? Because we start with the Hermit and here's the Star. That is perfect. I know it's a dangerous word, right? Perfect, but it's true. That is perfect. Because that's all part of the journey. And so there will be highs and lows. There'll be, you know what I mean? But I also want to tell you this. Spirit sees that there is somebody who is constantly pulling and gnawing and like, I'm energy. Yeah. That is the person when we'll just say the mission, the assignment was complete, felt the biggest downward spiral in their life. Like they felt that loss of you than like more than anybody else because they were manifesting from your energy. They were actually getting a lot more than they should have been because of your influence. And now that you're no longer around, they can't make a wish, they can't manifest, they can't do shit. And all I can say is thank God you learned to protect yourself from this being, from this person, because and you stopped screwing them. I'm gonna be real. You was this person was siphoning your energy through that energetic exchange. It wasn't just conversation, although that can happen too. No, you and this person, y'all was dating. And while y'all was dating and while y'all was bumping uglies, this person was very much pulling from your sacral, feminine pool of infinite manifestation. See? Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups. Once you figured out what this month, you was like, nah, I'm good. You recognize something. And so Spirit's like, baby, we recognize that you got there, that you saw it, that you successfully overcame that hurdle, that obstacle, that particular challenge, that particular test. And so the energy of things balancing out, very much so. But whoever that asshole was who was pulling from your energy, they are not doing well. No, they are not. But they be up under the moon talking about Luna, 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 bring her back. I'm not, listen, Luna, 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 bring her back. I'm not fucking kidding. Yo. Oh my God. Yo. That shit's so funny. Like, bring her back. Bring her back. I need my power source. Bring her back. No. They funny. Oh. For my Taylor Swift fans, y'all should already know what song they're playing. Oh, man. Yeah, this person's just experiencing their fate. You know, this is all supposed to happen. They were supposed to experience the top of the wheel just for them to be dropped. Just saying. All right, guys, we've done this for 2 hours. I really appreciate you. I do. Love you lots. Love you lots. Just know Spirit got you. And everything is balancing out for those of you who have been experiencing any sort of hardships. Oh, you're very welcome. Very, very welcome. Okay. Love you guys. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be a great day. Great rest of the day. All right. Bye, guys.